Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft on the Vortex server. I did a fairly major build recently, which I didn't show the building process of because it's tedious and boring. I will show you soon though. First, however, I've got some errands to run. Mostly I have to fix my working pig. So yeah, this is the tunnel you already know, which leads to my blaze farm. And this is the new tunnel, which is, again, not finished. But I will show you later this episode what I built. And it is fairly impressive, I think. Anyway, I will meet you back at Hub. There we go, almost there. I actually had planned to show you completely different footage for the next few episodes, which again, more detail on that later, but yeah, unfortunately that recording was messed up. Completely my fault, so I can't really blame anyone else, but oh well. And I think I went the exactly wrong way. I still have trouble remembering where the end portal is. Now I think I haven't actually shown the new end port, Ender, and end design and all that to you guys. If you also watch Devil Hunter, which you probably do, he has shown it, so I won't go into too much detail. He built the thing anyway. Have to wait for a moment here because I occasionally get like really bad loading times and I just fall through the portal without anything happening. Yeah, as I said, I'm mostly here to fix my pick. So we've got this ender pearl elevator, and going down the elevator, just in case anyone's got trouble how to best go about that, just jump in from the side like this and then you'll fall down without taking damage. We've got these super fast walkways. I apologize for the keyboard. I realize it's a fairly loud keyboard, but it's also a fairly good one, and can't really change it much. Okay, so Jonas is trying to build, I think, the trading place here. I hate building in the end, like up above the void. I don't enjoy it. But anyway, that's work in progress. This is spawn proof because it's lit up using torches, which I find a little, I don't know. There's glowstone in the ceiling and on the roof, so should be possible to put glowstone elsewhere to keep the room well lit. Over here we just have our storage rooms. Because someone decided I am OP on the server, or rather I'm a mod. I got one of the good chests right at the entrance. So did Devil Hunter, DH, and Orbit, and Lars, because they're also mods. And then the rest of the chests are basically free to be claimed by anyone who wants them. Not all of them have been claimed yet, and I think we have enough for everyone on the server at the moment. The new plots I made have been claimed, by the way, so yeah. Not much change here, by the way, it's just the same design as always, and people keep putting down chests and filling them with ender pearls. It's a little inconvenient, so actually that's purely ender pearls. I'll take this out because might be someone actually wants it. These chests here are also filled with ender pearls, but they're meant to be here, so that's okay. That one isn't. That one isn't. That one isn't. And those aren't. And now we have a beacon here, but it's also getting very noisy, so I'll cut back in when I've got the necessary levels. Okay, I didn't actually show it on camera because it's just the usual repairing thing, but yeah, my pick is now back up to decent durability, high enough for what I've got planned anyway. And now we need to get back out of here. It's no longer necessary to suicide, because, well, it's never been necessary, but it's actually fairly convenient now to get up here, and suiciding is not as convenient anymore because a lot of the suicide paths have been blocked. Okay, so this elevator, you have to hold shift and then you jump and throw a pearl and keep holding shift all the time, and then you pearl your way up. Best to have feather falling boots on while you do that, because otherwise you do lose a fair bit of health from the ender pearling. And then here's the portal already, so all you do then is jump in, hit escape to skip the credits, and conveniently enough we're at my secret, not really, no, it's not secret at all actually, at my build project which I wanted to show you. Now what we see here is basically the collection area, and I'll get into detail when I've deposited these pearls. Most of these chests contain random junk, and again I'll show you where I got that from in a bit. And this stuff can all get ender chested. Yeah. This is a witch farm, or rather this is the item output for the witch farm. So we get glowstone, sugar, empty bottles, spider eyes, gunpowder, sticks, redstone, and possibly miscellaneous drops if something other than a witch drops in, which is very rare with the design I use. The design I think is from JL2579. You should be able to find that on YouTube. I just pretty much did a one-to-one copy. One thing I've added, because this is a kind of a public farm, but then kind of mine as well. So basically, if someone else wants to come here in AFK, he can just trigger guest mode, and that'll mean all the drops get put into this guest chest. And if guest mode is disabled, it gets sorted into my large chest array. So yeah, that's really all there is to it. It's just to make it more convenient for people who want to AFK here, and so they don't have to go through my chests and remember how much was in there before they came and stuff like that, which just leads to them taking more than they should. Anyway, the large building project you can see out here in just a moment. Now, as you might be aware, a witch farm, it basically, if you just build the structure of the witch farm itself, which I guess I could show you, so this is just the exact design as you will see in JL's tutorial if you want to take a look at that. I'm not going to go into too much detail, it's just shifting floors, and we just fall down hoppers all the way down there. You have to use hoppers. Hopper minecarts won't work because witches drop too many different items. And then it all gets hoppered into the storage chests. And there's a roof on top to ensure that the light level is 0 at all times, unless I disable the farm, which makes the light here, the redstone lamps, it makes them be pushed out by the pistons, so they're right next to the redstone block, giving them power and so lighting up the farm. And that'll mean that the light level is too high for witches to spawn. And in the entire farm, those are the only valid farm spawning spots for anything, so nothing else can spawn inside that farm, except for a very minute chance using the pack spawning mechanics in Minecraft. There's a very slim chance that other mobs could spawn, but it's minute, so maybe get like one different mob every couple of hours if you actually AFK here all the time. So I built this little platform for viewing purposes, because building that redstone and nether brick structure down there was actually the smallest bit of the build. As you might be aware, a witch farm needs a perimeter, because the farm itself only has, I think, 126 spawning places, so that's not very much. Which means you have to remove all the other valid spawning places in a roughly 300 by 300 square centered on the witch hut. And since this was in a swamp and largely ocean area, the most convenient way to remove the surface spawning places was by removing the surface. So what we did, this was done by me and MadMiner, or rather MadMiner and me. This is a swamp area, so that was actually fairly easy because it was mostly like flat islands. You know, swamps, they may be 1 or 2 block high as the high islands. So that's not that bad, which means removing the swamp island things was actually not that much effort. The real problem, I'll have to go below cloud level actually to not have the clouds in the way. The other purpose of having this ladder up here is if I AFK up there, the fact that the caves aren't all lit up is not as relevant. So do you see these, like, all these areas here where the water's only 1 block deep? And you see that cut-off mountain over there, which is not a chunk arrow, we literally cut off that mountain. All of that area had landscape on it, and roughly here, where you see the dirt turning into stone, that's about where the standard forest biome started. So up to maybe this line here, which I'm marking right now, it was maybe 1 block high, so that was easy enough to get rid of. But over there it was as high as that hill in parts, so that was a lot of mining, which is why all these chests you saw down there, they're pretty much filled with cobblestone and dirt and grass blocks and stone and all that stuff. The efficiency of the farm is not that great yet, mostly because you also have to light up caves. Ideally you have to disable spawning in caves by half slabbing, flooding, or removing. That wasn't really much of an option at the time, so we lit up a fair few of the caves in a quite entertaining caving run, which I did record, and MadMiner did too, and once he's uploaded that, I'll link to it. Sadly, my recording was messed up because I used the wrong microphone settings in my recording program, so it tried to record from a microphone that wasn't actually plugged in. So my voice wasn't there. Usually I could do post-commentary, but since it was a co-op caving run, I had the MadMiner, who was doing it with me, I had him speaking, and there was a conversation going on, as you would expect from a co-op caving run. Which means I can't just fix it by putting post-commentary, it just won't work. So I sadly had to scrap that. Which means I guess you miss out on about 4 caving episodes. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to show you here. As I said, nothing too fancy. I just went with nether brick because I have a lot of nether brick. Now, actually, I need to get some glowstone. Sorry about that. No glowstone, no glowstone. There's also some random building materials in here somewhere. But yeah, largely it's just the stuff we picked up. And we let a lot of blocks despawn, which I usually don't like, but we would have filled a storage room probably 5 times this size easily if we'd actually picked up all the blocks. We also made a bunch of torches. And I guess I can take the redstone blocks with me. And there's some glowstone. And more redstone. I'll just check. I think I had some more glowstone. I'll check the other chests too. And this will also give you an overview. This is a small part of the actual mined out blocks we got. Most of them we just threw away. And gunpowder was this one. So yeah, I'm also getting a fair amount of redstone from this, which is nice because I also used a fair bit. And now I don't think this is enough glowstone for the entire tunnel here. And I actually don't think I need this glowstone. This tunnel is not quite as long as my blaze tunnel or the tunnel to hub, but it's still fairly long. Just about made it to the, well, to my nether hub, I guess. Which is actually what I will be working on today. So I need more chiseled quartz. I've also begun smelting some of the stuff we mined out, mostly because I need tons of stone bricks to make the tunnels nicer. So I'm no longer exactly certain. Is that chiseled? Yeah. So I need some chiseled, some pillars maybe. I'll just take all of it. And I've got some glowstone left, but not as much as you might think, so the main reason I built the witch farm was actually to get the glowstone. Oh dear. Because for one, I like glowstone. It is at least my favorite lighting option. And of course, if the farm is actually running at a decent efficiency, which currently isn't really that good because there's a fair amount of caving still to be done. But yeah, if it's running at a decent efficiency, I will get enough glowstone to also provide others with glowstone. Either on a trading or on a selling basis, or just on a, oh come on, just have it basis. Oh dear. I'll be right back. I had forgotten to bring more rails. Now, the thing about this room here, when I built it, it was meant to be kind of a bit of a contrast to the fairly industrial look of my tunnels. But now it's the way basically my builds on the server have developed. This is more of a hub point for I guess not only for me, but largely of course for me. But yeah, it's more of a place to go if you want to go someplace else. Simply because I've got 2 different farms now connected and hub of course, so I just felt this needs a bit of a redesign, which means I need some, I guess, ground rules. Starting blocks for my tunnels. Do I have? No, I don't, so I might need some, but we'll do that later. And yeah, starting blocks for the rails will be on the pillar quartz blocks, and chiseled quartz will be used for the floor, like this. I'm not certain if chiseled quartz does look that good as floor, but I'll go with it. Luckily this is a fairly small room, so... And now of course I need glowstone. Actually, I'll just finish the rail first. Now, I'm not decided. I'll probably put it in the ceiling, actually. Okay, fine. That's the disadvantage of having too powerful of a pick. I can reach it. There we go. Oh, I must have messed it up somehow. Anyway. And then one here. And one would have to go here. That's okay. And one over here. Wow. So black, not black, back to chiseled. I apologize for the portal noise, but it's inevitable in my portal room. Okay, this should be lit enough. If ever I build another tunnel, it'll have to be here, roughly. And aside from that, I think this room is now done. Can't think of anything else I wanted to do. The chiseled quartz on the floor doesn't look that bad, so I think I'll go with it. I don't really need the crafting bench here, but I just would like to have one handy anyway. Okay, there we go. Now I will go to the witch farm place, and I'll meet you there. I knew I'd forgotten something, so I need signs now. People do on occasion come here to use my farms, or rather use the farms. So this is going to the hub. This is going to the witch farm. And this is going to the blaze farm and wither farm. Now the wither farm is not done. Nowhere near done actually, so I'll just put the sign there as a precaution. And this is of course Homicide's base. I'll just capitalize it because it's more of a sign really than a proper sentence. And now I'll see you at the witch hut. And here we are back in the portal room. As you can see, it's very much unfinished. So I'll need to make this a little bigger. Not too large, so I don't care about that cave down there, by the way. Just for the sake of OCD. I don't remember how I did the wall in my other place, so I'll have to check that in a bit. I was wrong. There we go. Now I would probably need more stone brick, which I don't have. But I don't want to make this too long anyway. Okay, so temporarily, and I really do mean temporarily, I'll just put this. So that'll make the rail functional, basically. Not pretty, but functional. Where's the chiseled? There it is. And this here will be wall. I don't need much space, as I said. Now let me think. I guess it would make sense to make this here chiseled too. And these 4. Now I did say 4, didn't I? Yeah, these will be my glowstone spots. And then just imagine a ceiling and walls being proper, and then I guess this will be this room done, and then I need a sign right here. Telling people this will take them back home. Eventually. Not really much else it could do, but meh. Alright, so again, not too much being done today, but I did show you some cool stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!